You just clicked on this video. Thank you. This is a time when saying you're welcome is correct. But what about this? Oh, I am so sorry to hear your dog died. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome. What did you say? Did you just say you're welcome because you heard them say thank you? So you're welcome is just an automatic response to thank you? An automatic response shows that you have stopped really listening to that person. When in this kind of situation, it's important to be an active listener. And when you really want to help, then help. But don't just say the easy response that you learned in school. Person A, say thank you. Person B, say you're welcome. Those words have no meaning. They are empty words. You're welcome is one of the first phrases you learned in English. It is a typical response to thank you, and it's polite, but not always. The first of 5 situations when saying you're welcome is wrong is after offering condolences. Offering condolences is when you communicate with someone that has recently suffered a loss. The death of a parent, friend, a sibling, a pet. You are showing sympathy. You are showing that you care about that person. And the best way to show that you care is by listening. I mean really listening. Listen for not only what is being said, but what also you can do to help. Automatic responses like you're welcome, when not appropriate, are the exact opposite of caring. Thank you for the jacket. You're welcome. That's good. Thank you for waiting for me. You're welcome. Thank you for paying for the movie tickets. You're welcome. Thank you for being here for me because my grandmother died. You're welcome? No. Then what is the correct response? That depends on you and them. Are you best friends? Are you a coworker? Did you know that person or pet that died? Or not? But here are some responses that anyone can use. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. This response is an offer to listen to your friend and let them vent. Be emotional. You might even be able to relate to your friend because you were in a similar situation and offer some good advice. I am so sorry for your loss. Yes, it is okay to say sorry again, and actually it's quite natural to repeat words when feeling true emotion. This lets the person know that you are completely engaged in the conversation and are willing to have a longer conversation with them. Offering sympathy and your time just might help them begin to heal. Another option is you can share a good memory of their dog, like, she was such a sweet, friendly dog and was always there to welcome me. Of course, instead of dog, you could say cat, hamster, yes, even person. Your mother was so kind, and the world just got a little sadder without her here. Or, I'm really gonna miss him too. When you find yourself in this kind of conversation, show sympathy, offer your time and or your help. Whatever you do, don't just give automatic you're welcome responses. It comes across as really cold and also uncaring. To better understand when to not use you're welcome, it's good to know what it actually means. Language experts say you're welcome comes from the Old English welcome, which comes from the words pleasure and guest. It was the way hosts expressed gratitude to their guests. Over time, the phrase changed to acknowledge when someone has thanked you for doing something for them, usually because that thing has taken up your time or your effort. We thank people when they help us move into a new house, when they help us pick up something heavy, or treat us to a meal. These are all acceptable situations to respond with a cheerful, meaningful, you're welcome. Situation 2, giving a gift. Now, this is probably the exact opposite of what you were taught in school when you learned English. In fact, it even goes against what we were taught growing up. When someone gives you a gift and they thank you, make sure to say you're welcome. Our families were teaching us about being polite. But the truth is, as we get older, we don't give gifts or words and phrases simply because they're polite. And we certainly shouldn't give gifts for selfish motivations. We give gifts because we care about that person, and we want to make them feel appreciated or happy. Saying you're welcome might make the act of giving the gift feel more important than it really is. It also might make the other person now feel obligated to give you a gift in the very near future. Well, then how should we respond? Again, depends on the situation and of course you. Was it a Christmas gift? And did you give it to a friend or a lover, a coworker? Was the gift for a birthday, and to whom? Or sometimes we give gifts just because we like the person and it's not really for a special holiday or occasion. It's my pleasure, or I'm glad you like it if they open the gift. If they haven't opened it yet, say, I hope you like it. Some less common replies also include, I was thinking of you when I saw it, or, oh, it was nothing. Don't mention it. Your focus should be on their enjoyment of the gift, not in receiving appreciation. Situation 3. After giving a compliment. Hey, I really like your shoes. They really suit you. Oh, thank you so much. I just bought them yesterday. You're welcome. Do you see where the problem is? Well, there are two actually. The first is that the person with the new shoes wants to talk about them more, but that's a different topic for a different video. Instead, why are you saying you're welcome after giving a compliment? What did you do that was so important? Did you give your time or your effort? Of course not. This is just yet another example of saying you're welcome because you heard thank you. Also, the other person may now feel obligated to give you a compliment in return. That's awkward. Another main point I really want you to come away with from this video: don't do or say anything that shows that you are no longer interested in this conversation or that you want to quickly change topics. Automatic English, automatic responses demonstrate disinterest, boredom, and/or laziness. You want your words to be meaningful, to add value to any conversation, not to sound like a robot that has automatic responses. Not only is it bad English, it isn't good for relationships. I feel the best way to respond is to ask questions such as, where did you buy it? Or where did you buy them? Depending on if they are a singular item like a hat or plural like shoes. Ask if they were a gift, and if they were, who gave them? You can also offer more compliments like, I really like the color, or they look cool, they look cute, they go well with your jacket, they go great with your bag. The key takeaway here is that many English speakers, Americans in particular, for the most part love to talk about themselves or what makes them happy. So, why not allow the conversation to move in that direction? Situation 4. Helping in a crisis. Help! Help! I'm about to fall! Here, take my hand. Oh, thank you, you saved my life. You're welcome. Do superheroes really say you're welcome after saving the world? No. They usually go off to save more people, or make sure that the person they saved isn't injured or that they are emotionally okay. Even Batman famously said,
Thank you. You don't have to thank me.
Instead, are you hurt? Is there anything I can do for you? If they are okay, you can respond with, I'm just glad you're okay. If the person is emotionally shook, just being there next to them and wait for them to say something more to you is a really good option. Situation 5. After correcting someone. As a teacher, I often have to correct a student or offer constructive criticism. And often the student thanks me, and of course I'm happy to help. But saying you're welcome would come across as condescending. And condescending means to have an attitude, often incorrect, of superiority. And what is the opposite of superiority? Inferiority. Would it be good for me to make someone feel inferior to me? Of course not. Instead, I want my students to feel good, that they are learning, and definitely not afraid to ask for more help in the future. And to do that, after I'm thanked, I maintain my focus on the student or the person I am helping. Do you have any more questions? Happy to help. You are really improving. Any of these phrases make the person I am helping feel that they are not so below me, and that I'm genuinely interested in their growth or development, and that I am available to be asked for help again. And those are 5 situations when saying you're welcome is wrong, along with better responses. Words like thank you and you're welcome are polite, but only when used correctly. Words have meaning and value. Make them meaningful and valuable.